Is your favorite team going to use their franchise tag? Here are 7 players I think could get tagged in the next 2 weeks. If you don't know what the franchise tag is or why we're talking about it, check out my previous video. But Tuesday, February 18th, the window opens to tag players. Number 1 pretty much already happened is T. Higgins. He's going to get tagged to buy time for a long-term deal. Kind of expected this. Now, I think the majority of the other 6 I'm going to talk about will get tagged for long-term deals. Best example, a guy like Zach Bond, who was coming in on a 1-year deal. You didn't know how well he was going to play. He balled out, and now you want to keep him around. Franchise tag him, buy him a little bit more time, get him in for a longer period of time. I'm not convinced the 49ers are going to use the tag on Brock Purdy, but if they felt a little pressure from the outside, which I think they could use the tag on him and get him a long-term deal in the months to come. And I want to make one thing clear. He deserves a long-term deal. I think Miami views Javon Holland as a safety with a ton of upside who's been playing really well, who could be their future. Would not surprise me if they tagged him, probably to try to buy more time for a long-term deal, or maybe just to keep him around for one more prove-it quote-unquote year or half a year till you extend him. If the Rams feel like Alaric Jackson is their left tackle of the future, they're going to tag him. This is almost a no-brainer if they really like this guy, which I think they do. Last 2 are extremely interesting. The first one, Trey Smith, I think we could have a relapse of what the Chiefs did last year with L'Jarius Sneed. They probably feel like this guy can get more money in free agency, but they don't want to just let him do that. They want something in return, so they'll probably tag him and then maybe trade him. And lastly, Sam Darnold. I think he could get tagged for one more prove-it year, but the Vikings could also sign him to a long-term extension, so make sure you're following to stay updated on that as well as the other tags.